Hey YouTube, I'm going to be taking you through the steps that I used to change my E36 BMW transmission cooler.
I don't know why I give in to you. This hurts too much. Every part of me just wants to run, but I can't. You know, so I'll stay right here just for one more night. I tell myself I'm fine here with you just for one more night. You make it hard to say goodbye. You make it hard to say goodbye, and I don't wanna say goodbye. You make it hard to say goodbye. Yeah, I tell myself I'm fine here with you just for one more night. You make it hard to say goodbye. So let's give in to what we know this is. You hold me back, yeah. And I hate when I know that it's wrong, but I can't stop that, yeah. So I stay right here just for one more night. I tell myself I'm fine here with you just.
Okay, so for the bottom screw, I found it easier to use one hand to kind of hold this, push it up, and then use the other hand to use the wrench in order to take that screw out. It's much easier that way. But see how we made the clearance, and it's gonna be a lot easier to just kind of pull this out. I'm gonna be extremely careful not to damage the radiator, puncture a hole or anything. All right, I'm gonna be taking this bolt out right here. It's a 13 millimeter. I'm gonna use a socket and an extension to clear past this metal hose right here. Now, when you take this bolt out, you're gonna have fluid coming out of these hoses. So what you wanna do is be prepared for that. And what I have rigged up over here is a bolt about the size of that hose, just a little bit smaller so I can push it in, and a little ratchet extension. So I folded these grocery bags, squeezed the air out of them, and I can, when I detach those transmission hoses, I can push this right up in there, and it should seal long enough for me to replace that cooler and not allow any of the transmission fluid to be pouring out of those hoses while I'm changing that out. So I'm glad I had that cardboard down here bent the way I did in order to catch the fluid. I didn't expect so much to come out and so fast, but that's why I said have these little babies prepared in order to shove inside that hose right there, so more fluid don't come out of the hose that's leading back to the transmission. Yeah. So I had to run and grab a drain pan. Some more fluid is coming out than what I expected out of this little cooler unit. And you really want to use both hands. So I couldn't film it. You want to use both hands to you want to hold the cooler with one hand, and then you want to use the other hand in order to barely just like, you know, gently wiggle each hose out. And once that hose comes out, you want to shove that plastic bag in whatever you got that's about the same size that's going to match up with the inside of that hose. You want to shove that inside of that hose in order to stop the leakage.